Hey everybody, Jeff Vosik here. Just a couple minutes away from getting tonight's webinar started. There are a ton of folks joining the line right now, so we want to give them a chance to get on before we dig in. For those of you who are already on the line, there's one thing I want to mention that's actually pretty important. The response to this closed door session has been absolutely overwhelming. And what that means is this: if you're connected right now, either through the web or by the phone, or both even, you're all set and your spot on the call is secure. But whatever you do, make sure you don't hang up because you may not be able to get back in before someone else grabs your line. That's definitely something that I did want to mention before we got started. So take note of that. So with that, I would like to welcome everyone to this exclusive closed door session where you'll be learning what we call the ultimate business model. Specifically, you'll be learning about a step-by-step method for building a 100% automated online information marketing business for yourself in the next 60 to 90 days. Most importantly, we'll be showing you how to make a significant and consistent income by helping people get the exact information they want and are desperate for. And you'll be learning how to do this without spending thousands of dollars to build a website, without spending months and months creating a product, and without having to do any face-to-face or one-on-one selling of any kind. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out in the business or if you're an experienced entrepreneur. We're going to show you how to take this information marketing system and apply it directly to your current situation, no matter what you're already doing. Best of all, we'll show every single person watching and listening right now how you can get this entire system free. You heard me correctly, free. We'll be talking about this toward the end, so you'll definitely want to stay on the line and find out all about that. Really excited about that. My fair warning in advance is that you may have trouble sleeping tonight once we teach you the system and show you how to implement it in the next 60 to 90 days. All right, we have several hundred people on the line and counting, but I'm going to go ahead and get started since we have a lot of exciting things to cover. Those who join us a little late, we'll just have to catch up wherever we're at. With that, please allow me to officially introduce myself and my partner for this groundbreaking project. My name, again, is Jeff Bostic, and I'm the guy you've been getting emails and reminders from since you registered for this webinar. The reason it's important you know that is because we want you to know there are real human beings running this project. Speaking of which, before I give you a very brief background on me, I want to bring my partner on the line since he co-created the project you'll be learning about and getting involved with tonight, Ken Bruce. Ken, are you there?
I am here, Jeff. Hey, everybody. Great to be on the line with everyone tonight.
Cool. Now, for those of you listening, chances are good you've never heard of either of us before. We're not big time gurus or stage speakers, and that's really the way we like it. We're both normal, everyday family men who each have wives and kids and everything else that comes along with adulthood. But the reason I mention this is you've probably been on webinars or calls, just like this one, and whoever's presenting the call pretends like they're in some ivory tower where they're making millions of dollars. And gee, aren't you lucky that we're letting you in on our golden secrets? Well, that's not the way we do things. As you'll find out in a little bit, we've definitely done some amazing things with information marketing, with the model that you'll learn about tonight. And collectively, we've generated multiple millions in revenue using it. But what excites us even more is the success of those people who are out there using our methods to generate staggering incomes for themselves. Not only will you get to see their success with your very own eyes, you'll learn how to duplicate. You'll learn just how duplicatable and achievable it is for you, even if you have zero technical skill and have never made one penny online before. So with all that said, Ken, why don't you jump in and go ahead and tell everyone our commitments for tonight's call?
Sure thing, Jeff. And I just want to say one quick thing. I speak on behalf of both you and I, just to say we acknowledge all of you guys on the line right now for whatever you had to do to be here, whatever you had to rearrange, the fact that you have time with your family, the fact that you have time maybe with your kids or just your evening time in general. The fact that you're here says a lot about you and what you're committed to. And so we want you to know what our commitments are for tonight's call. The first is to share as much of ourselves as possible. A lot of times you get on these calls and, and the individuals who are leading the call are really not sharing that much about themselves. We're going to do the exact opposite. We're going to share as much of ourselves as possible with you. The second thing is to stay true to what creates financial results, and that is simplicity. In our experience, complexity is the nemesis, and complexity is typically what's standing in the way between you and wherever you want to get to, and it certainly did for us as well. Simplicity is the key to everything, and so we're going to try to keep things as simple as possible, and you'll see what that leads to on this call. The third commitment that we have is to provide the pathway to success you've been seeking. Wherever you are right now in your entrepreneurial career, maybe you're involved in internet or information marketing, maybe you're involved in real estate, maybe you're involved in multi-level marketing, maybe you're involved in, who knows what you're involved in. Maybe you have an offline business. One thing is clear is that we've probably been there, and we were once looking for that one pathway, and that's what we're here to provide to you, is an opportunity and a pathway that you've been seeking, and we're really, really excited about it. Couple more commitments we have. To extend a helping hand and a specific invitation. By the end of this call, you're going to have a specific invitation to become a part of something that's really, really exciting and really a movement that's happening in information marketing right now, unlike anything we've ever seen up till now. Even with the birth of the Internet and the growth of the Internet over the last handful of years, the opportunity right now is as exciting as ever. We're going to show you that and really extend that helping hand and that invitation. And then finally, to really introduce you to the industry that changed our financial lives, and that is information marketing. Information marketing is really the topic of tonight's call, and as you'll see, this industry has opened up doors for us and our students and people who are using the methods that we teach unlike anything else that we've ever seen to this point. And this is a really important time to be looking at this because of the way today's business marketplace looks. And that's actually an ideal transition into what we can talk about the realities of today's business marketplace. The first reality is that people are more and more reluctant to spend money. And those of you, and I know many of you have been involved in entrepreneurship to some degree. Maybe you're new, maybe you're sort of an intermediate entrepreneur, you've been doing it for a few years. Maybe you're experienced, maybe even an entrepreneur for 5, 10, 15 plus years. And what you're seeing right now, what we're all seeing right now, is that people are more and more reluctant to spend their money. With the U.S. economy the way it is, and really the world economy in most parts of the world, in order to get someone to spend money, you're going to need to have something special for them. You're going to need to stand out in some way. And so that's one of the realities of today's marketplace. The second reality is that the old sort of reliable business models are not working anymore. We look at some of the staples of business. We look at retail outlets closing. We look at different things happening, storefronts. I drive down the street. I don't know about you, Jeff. I drive down the street here in Chicago, and we have these strip malls, and these are just, these are sort of single-level storefronts, one right after the other. That's what we call them here, strip malls.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of vacancies, and there's just these old models that everyone's been relying on. Everyone's realizing, wait a second, things have changed. Everything's changing, and these models are not reliable anymore. And it's time for something new to step in, and that's really what this call is about tonight. The third reality is that customers are rebelling against models that lack humanity. What do we mean by that? Humanity. That there's a real person, that there are real people behind the business that actually want the customer to succeed, or that actually want the customer to experience success in whatever it is that they're selling. And a lot of the models, a lot of these old models have become dehumanized. And that's a lot of the reason why these models are dying. And what's taking their place, what's moving in instead, are the models that you and I are willing to patronize. And those are the models that have humanity. Those are the models that have people behind them that actually care about the success of their customers. And when that doesn't exist, customers are rebelling. And you may have seen that in your own business. And then finally, and this is really critical, the new currency of the world is now information. And you got to think about this. There's a huge dip in the buying of stuff. We can look at the news cycles and all that, and we can talk about what's happening these days during holiday seasons. For the most part, shopping levels have gone way, way down. So, but the thing is, people are still buying. The question is, if they're not buying stuff, what are they buying? And the answer is they're buying information. People are as thirsty for knowledge now as they have ever been in history. And people involved in the buying and selling of information have become largely immune to this type of slump. That doesn't mean you can't. That doesn't mean all of you have information to sell. All of a sudden, people are going to buy it, because don't forget, there still needs to be humanity. There still needs to be humanity, and there still needs to be exceptional value. But the new currency of the world is information. This is what people are looking for. This is what people are buying. And any of you who already have looked into internet marketing or information marketing, and you've been called to find out more about it. Maybe you've been called to coming to this webinar tonight to find more about it, or maybe you have some ebooks on your hard drive, or maybe you have a course here and there, and you've thought to yourself, gee, I've really wanted to, I can see what's possible here. I can see how big information and information marketing can be. The reason you can see that is because of a shared vision that everyone has about the importance of information. And now, if we look at the growth of the internet and we look at the accessibility of information, anyone can learn anything with the click of a mouse, whereas they used to have to go to the library, or they used to have to wait for things to get shipped to them or whatever. That's all out the window. The new currency of the world is information. And for us, information is the thing that really changed our lives, personally and financially and otherwise. Jeff, I think this might be a good segue into how each of us discovered information marketing, what we call the ultimate business model. Do you want to go ahead and get started, maybe?
Sure, yeah, I'll go first. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically how I got into information marketing was I graduated from college, had a music degree, decided I did not want to continue to be a poor musician, and the field that my counselor matched me up with was information technology, because she said I had a very good analytical mind, and most musicians do. So I jumped into information technology. This was about this was several years ago, and I very quickly realized that the corporate world and I did not get along. It did not work together very well. And there are a lot of different things that happened, but really the things that were the thing, Ken, as you know, was really the writing on the wall for me was when I got laid off 4 times in 6 years. I mean, if that's not a sign that you are not meant to be in corporate America, I don't know what is.
And I guarantee there are people listening that have been through similar types of things.
Oh yeah, I know there is. I wish if we were live, I'd love to raise my hand or to tell everybody to raise their hand. I bet you a ton of people would. So, anyways, that was pretty much the writing on the wall for me. So I just, after that last layoff, I decided, I'm going to go do my own thing. I had kind of done some things on the side while I was working in the corporate world to make some extra money, to get the home-based business tax deductions and stuff that you could take. But I'd never really done anything, that could replace my income and stuff. So I kept doodling and tinkering in some things and studying business and studying business owners and stuff after that last layoff. And I actually just happened upon information marketing almost by accident. I mean, you know that I don't believe anything happens by accident, but for purposes of this demonstration, you could say that I discovered it, information marketing, by accident while I was in another business, while I was actually in real estate and in insurance sales. And so, I immediately had some amazing results, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And ever since then, I have never looked back. Been doing information marketing and joint venture stuff within information marketing ever since. And that was a very short time ago that I started all this. You're talking a little over 3 years that all this started, that everything I just described happened.
Yeah, and as for me, I began my adult career as a middle school music teacher. I had no entrepreneurial background of any kind. I was teaching middle school kids. I was teaching music and also careers. It was a very odd teaching position. But after a couple of years of teaching, I got this major entrepreneurial itch. I just felt the need to spread my wings, and I know that a lot of you listening have had the same experience, or maybe you're going through the same experience right now, where you say, I just want to break free of my cubicle, whether literal or figurative, where you feel like there's a box around you and you're being held back. That's the way I felt. So I literally quit my teaching job cold turkey, and I started 2 businesses at one time. I started a local company that brought educational presentations to school students all over Chicagoland, Chicago area, which is where I live. And I also started a second business, which was real estate investing. And again, I quit my teaching job cold turkey to do that. My wife was extremely stressed about that, although she supported me 100%, but we had a new little baby at the time, who's now 8 years old, our daughter, and she was really concerned. My wife was, but she could tell I was not to be stopped. Like I had this in me, and but this is what happened for me. I had these 2 businesses going. I had the school presentation business and I had the real estate business, and I came upon a summer. In fact, it was summer of 2004, where my back was totally against the wall financially. The school presentation business was seasonal, so I had no presentation scheduled that summer. And I had no real estate deal set to close, and my back was literally against the wall. I had to make something happen if my family was going to eat. And one of my famous phrases, Jeff, and a lot of our students know, desperation breeds focus. And for those of you who are listening right now and you're in some type of situation where you're desperate, you need to make something work. That's where I was. I needed to make something work, even with 2 businesses started. And so I had heard about marketing information online, selling information, whether it was ebooks or training or whatever. I had heard about doing that online, and I jumped in with both feet since I had no other choice. In fact, the way I started was I had a real estate license and a bunch of closed real estate deals, and that's where I started, was in front of real estate investors. And so for me, my information marketing came out of desperation. That's how I got started in information marketing. Now, as far as initial results, let's talk about results.
Yeah, sure.
Because they should know who they're working with. Jeff, why don't you start?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's our initial results with information marketing. You kind of see some stuff on the screen there. And my initial result was within 2 weeks, I replaced my 5-figure income. And that's
amazing. What were you were doing? Were doing joint ventures and affiliate marketing. What types of things were you doing?
Yeah, I was doing joint ventures, affiliate marketing, and I was the kind of a partner with another guy that was already doing information marketing, and he brought me on because I had a little bit more web knowledge than him, and so really it was the partnership with him that had me replace my income within 2 weeks.
That's amazing. And then for me, and this is what really woke me up, because I was sitting there killing myself for my school presentation business, which was an offline business where I had to do all this crazy direct mail and get on the phone. We had to cold call schools and all that. And then I was doing real estate investing, which was real hot again, cold again. It was kind of I call it roller coaster income. In my first 59 days, exactly 59 days from starting, that summer of 2004, where my back was against the wall, I made $12,600, and that was just taking some existing knowledge that I had about a specific aspect of real estate and just standing up in front of a group of real estate investors on a real estate forum on the internet. And by the way, I had started a local real estate club. I had tried doing a bunch of things locally. We're going to talk about the difference between local and national, or even worldwide, in just a little bit, and how powerful it is and how immediate it is that you can go and get in front of that many people with either your knowledge or someone else's knowledge. But that's how powerful it was for me, and immediately just completely opened my eyes. And I never looked back after those first 59 days, making the again $12,600 within less than 2 months. And then over the past 5 or 6 years, Jeff, you've done. Well, why don't you tell them?
Yeah, I've done.
What you've done since that time?
Yeah, I did a major product launch. It was in the good 6 figures. Have done joint ventures with the list is long, with several of the biggest names. And just a lot of other things. And that original partnership I want to mention one thing. That original partnership that I said that helped me with that 2 weeks, he was where I'm at right now. And we're going to be talking about partnering and things like that later. So you're going to see a huge tie-in with what we're talking about, with what happened to me. I mean, literally, it's like I feel like I'm passing on the torch in this webinar. There's a lot of people on this line that the same thing can happen to them that happened to me. But yeah, I mean, just product launch, JVs, more affiliate marketing, mingling with some of the other top information marketers in the world, and things like that. And just having a blast, free time, family time, all the other stuff that comes with it.
And then and as for me, I started, like I said, it started off as a middle school music teacher. My salary was like $27,900 a year, $27,800 a year, something like that.
Which in Chicago is like $2 a month or something like that, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And then, but over the past 5 or 6 years, since starting in internet marketing in summer of 2004, over the past 5 years, give or take, I've generated over $5 million in online revenue, and that doesn't
awesome.
Even include stuff that I've done for other people. And I say that you got to understand how in awe I am of that, and Jeff is of his accomplishments. When you work as hard as we work, trying all sorts of different things, because I tried MLM, I tried several different business opportunities. I know you definitely tried MLM, and we both have these funny war stories about that. For us to look back and think about what information marketing has provided us, and really the reason that we're here today on behalf of all of you, it boggles my mind to think about it, and I know it does for you as well.
Yeah.
And we don't say this to brag. We're in total kind of awe and humility of what we've been able to do, and it just goes to show. Really, it's just the reason that we're here. And before we go on, I just want to say something about the system you're going to learn about tonight, and the one that's responsible for the results you've just heard about. We almost chose not to share this with people, but then we thought about something, because when you have something like this and you develop and you hone a machine like the one that you're going to learn about here, starting in just minutes from now, you wonder, should you share it? Should you get it out to the masses? Should you actually put it out there? But then we thought about something. If we teach others how to build their own 100% automated information marketing business, chances are good that you guys are going to want to use our all-in-one information marketing web software. Chances are good you're going to want to get our personal help and coaching to get things cranking fast. And that's one of our favorite things to do, is to either personally coach or team coach people. Chances are good you'll want to take advantage of that. After you get your core information marketing business built in the next 60, 90 days, you may want to partner with us, or we may want to partner with you to take your business to the next level. So for us, it's an opportunity. We finally realized it's an opportunity to share a system that's been really good for us, and also create a real win-win. And so really that's why we're on the phone, and this is what you've really got to know. And this is where we kind of move on and get into the meat of things. Ultimately, this call is not about us. This call is about you and what's possible for your bank account by applying the ultimate business model for immediate results over the next 60 to 90 days. Now, the first thing that I don't know about you, Jeff. I want to start off with some powerful real life examples, and I'll let you maybe jump into those real quick, and let's show some people what's possible with this.
Yeah, the one I've got up is Ken's Gout Cure, and by the way, this is not Ken's site. This is another Ken. Ken.
Exactly.
Just want to put that disclaimer.
Different
in.
Ken.
Yeah, different Ken. In fact, I think it says right there at the top, Kenneth Higgins. So you definitely know it's not our Ken, and that's not Ken. That's not a pen name or something that you use, right, Ken?
Correct.
So I just want to get that out of the way. Anyways, but this is really amazing what this guy's doing. Literally, if some of you have any internet knowledge at all, or really if you've even just been on the internet, you might recognize it that this is just a little blog. And all this guy does is talk about how he was suffering from gout, and he did a few small things, and then and also found a website that talked about curing your gout naturally, which he's got a link to right here. You'll see it, www.cureyourgout.com. And all he does on this blog is tell his story and direct people to this other site. Well, guess what this other site is that I just clicked on it. This is what's called an affiliate site. So all this guy did was link to this other site, and this person, this cureyourgout.com, is going to pay Ken, okay, this Ken right here, every time he directs someone to their site and they buy this Cure Your Gout natural home remedy. So all he's doing is telling an authentic story, directing people to the very product that helped him. And by him doing that, this company or this person that has this product is going to pay him essentially for referring his traffic or his people or the people that read his story to their site. And that's it.
Now, the thing that amazes me is this is a blog here, which a lot of people are familiar with, but he's literally got one post on this blog.
Yeah.
And it's from December, what does it say there at the top?
December 15th
December
of 2008.
15th. Right.
Almost a year old. Or more.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But the most amazing thing is the numbers that he's doing.
Yeah.
Which are what?
Oh, he's pushing $30,000 a month. There's no doubt he's pushing $30,000 a month.
$30,000 a month in gross revenue from a simple blog with one blog post, a picture of his delightful feet, and then a link to a product that he didn't create, doesn't own, or anything. And actually, the other thing you and I know, and this is something we're going to talk about later, is he'd be making even more if he was directing people to his own product, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple.
Amazing.
That's what's so great about this is he actually has some fatal flaws in this, but with the fatal flaws, dude's still making about $30,000 a month. I mean,
all he's doing is he's saying, listen, gout, which is this condition of the feet, which actually I wasn't really that familiar with before we, found out about this particular site. That's not, it's not something that I would have ever had, any familiarity with. But there are many, many gout sufferers out there looking for, wait for it, information about how to cure or how to relieve their pain from gout. Absolutely amazing. And he has one blog post with one simple link, and he's generating approximately $30,000 a month in revenue. Absolutely staggering, because a lot of people talk about web-based businesses, and they think their website has to be complicated and all that, and of course we don't teach anything of the sort. Just amazing. This example blows me away.
Yeah.
I love this example.
The other example, as you know, it's basically the same type deal. I mean, this person, they kind of it's similar. It's more of a site that they put up, and it's more like it's like they're reviewing this product. So it's like a review site, which is a very popular way to sell other people's products on the internet. And even your own products. You can have a pen name or something, and you look like you're reviewing your own products. But we'll get into that, on the other side. But basically, they're doing the same thing here, Ken. I mean, this is a How to Train My Puppy. They're reviewing the How to Train My Puppy website, which I'm going to click on. Is actually, again, it's their affiliate link or their referral link to this other person, this Trey Stevens, who has this How to Train a Puppy product. And all they're doing is reviewing the product and directing people to the actual product site. And again, this guy, Trey Stevens, that actually created the product, is paying the other site every time they refer a sale. And I mean, it's just incredible, easy, simple referral information marketing is what it is. I mean, that's kind of the new name I've come up with, it referral information marketing.
Right, and of course, what are the numbers this Megan House is doing on this puppy site? What is she doing on that?
She's doing around $70K.
$70,000, not a year, a month.
Right, exactly.
$70,000 a month. That's twice what I was making as a middle school teacher a month. And all she did was she wrote this, a few paragraphs, put a picture of her puppy, real cute puppy, by the way.
Yeah.
And then has a link at the bottom to someone else's product. And again, she'd probably be doing even more if she were selling, if she created her own product, which we could teach her how to do, like lickety split.
Right.
Because that way she wouldn't just be making a commission; she'd be making the full amount on the product, and she could theoretically double what she's making, which scares me even more. Absolutely incredible, these two examples. And this is why, this is what first opened Jeff and my eyes to what was possible with information marketing. Sites like this that you could find that were doing that much volume, and you're going, you got to be kidding me. Why am I working so hard at my IT job or my teaching job or whatever job you may have? And so these two examples, Jeff, is there anything else you want to say about these two?
No, I mean, it just blows me away. Every time we look at these, I just get chills at just how simple. I mean, the Ken's got one. One simple blog post, a link to a site, make $30,000 a month. I mean, it just blows me away every time we look.
Yeah,
at it.
and the blog post is using that that standard template.
Yeah.
That you get just by signing up at one of those free sites. It's amazing. So here's what we want to tell you guys, okay? The people behind these websites are normal folks, just like you and us. The question you should have is, how are they able to build these consistent and totally automated cash machines for themselves, and how are they able to build them in days and weeks rather than months or years? Because people look at these types of sites, the people look at web-based businesses and they think, oh, gee, it's going to take months or years to even get to that type of level. And what we're about doing today is showing you how this can be done in days and weeks. That's exactly what this is all about, because these examples are not rocket science. And so that's really what you should be asking yourself, is how is this possible sooner than later?
Hey, Ken, can I jump in for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, just I want to jump in for a second. I have a really cool idea. Got a question for you. Something I want to do here for everybody while we're on the webinar right now. Do you have like a stopwatch or something like that?
The stopwatch?
Yeah.
I have I have a stopwatch feature on my cell phone, or it's a stopwatch.
Yeah, just something where you can keep time something basically.
Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Let me. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Cool. So before you start that, this is what I want to do. I want to actually, so everybody kind of saw, the Ken's deal and the puppy deal, and we're saying, it's simple and it's quick and all this kind of stuff, and we even said, ask this question: how can you do this in days rather than weeks? Well, I want to do something really cool. I want to show people actually how simple this is. Like right now, while we're on this webinar, I know you got a lot of stuff you want to cover, and you're about to get.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some teaching stuff.
Exactly.
You want to do some stuff while I'm doing that? Okay,
exactly.
Cool.
I'm gonna do something on the background while you're moving forward. So, but I want you to do something. I want you to help me pick the topic or whatever, or the niche or the market, whatever that I'm gonna.
Like gout or puppy training or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Let me just give you three that I kind of thought of as you were saying that last little piece there. As I was coming up with this, because I just came up with this as you were kind of on that last slide.
Cool.
These are all things that are related to me that I thought of real quick. Football. I grew up playing football, still love football. Acne, had a lot of problems with acne when I was a kid and have kind of an interesting story about that. And then parenting. Of course, I have 2 kids and stuff. So, flip a coin, whatever. Pick one of those for me.
You said you have an interesting story about acne?
Yeah.
See, one of the things that I liked about puppy training, the puppy training example, is that she actually told a story, like, here's what happened with my puppy.
Yeah.
So, football, acne, or what was the third one?
Parenting.
Let's do acne.
Okay. All right, cool. You got your stopwatch.
What are you doing over there? You're making me wonder what you're doing over there.
I'm going to keep you on the, as you said earlier, wait for it.
So when do I need to start this timer thing?
I'm going to count to 3, and then I want you to start it, because I'm going to go start working.
Okay, wait, let me get it ready. Let me get it ready.
Okay.
Okay, it's right. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, it started. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to move on, and I have no idea what you're doing over there, but you're going to show us later. Okay, so at this time, what I want to do, while he's doing whatever he's doing, is I want to introduce the 4 pillars of a 4 to 5 figure per month information marketing business. These are the pillars that will change your entrepreneurial life and completely transform your bank account. Now, what I want you to do is get ready to take some notes. And Jeff, I don't know what you're doing over there. Occasionally I may ask you to jump in with a question. You can still hear me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can still hear me, okay.
Yeah.
Occasionally I may want you a little bit of input, but I'll try to keep this moving here. For all of you guys listening and whatnot, please take notes on these. These are the 4 pillars of a 4 to 5 figure per month information marketing business. Pillar number 1, fast is easier than slow. Now, this is really critical because a lot of people want to believe this is true, but their experience doesn't bear out. Well, there's a famous phrase, and the famous phrase is this, and go ahead and write this down. Success likes speed. Now, if you're like Jeff and I were when we first started out, you're actually wondering if success likes speed. You're actually wondering if it's really possible to generate that level of success that quickly, the level of success you want and you've been told can happen. Well, anyone who tells you that it's not possible to make $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 or more within a very short amount of time is not basing that on experience but on belief. If you look at the examples that we just gave you, and by the way, there's going to be a bunch more examples coming up in just a little bit that we're going to show you, actual examples of people using our methods, real people just like you. And those people know from experience that it's possible to generate, we're talking about, someone generating $30,000 in revenue a month from gout, okay, from selling information about gout, or a woman generating $70,000 a month in revenue from a site about how to train your puppy and keep your puppy from, going to the bathroom in the house or nipping at people or whatever. It's only people who have been there that know that is absolutely possible. And so again, anyone who tells you that fast is not possible is not telling you from experience, but from belief. And the thing that you need to know is fast is easier than slow. Slow means complex. Fast means simple. And one of the things we talked about at the very beginning was the idea of simplicity. So again, success likes speed, and you need to base your beliefs on experience, not just on the belief itself. Pillar number 2, big is easier than small. Now, this is one that that a lot of people struggle with, because the truth is that a lot of us look at ourselves as being smaller than we really are. When I first started out, when I first started out teaching real estate investors, before I was so desperate to get online and generate the initial revenue that I did online, I was trying to build a local presence as an investor, as a realtor, and I also started my own real estate investing club. But the truth was that it wasn't going nearly as fast as I wanted it to, and this is what you need to know. regional is easier than local. National is easier than regional. Worldwide is even easier than national. And the biggest reason for that is the Internet. And this is what we all have to understand, is that the Internet is not just, I mean, we can talk about, everyone says all these things about the Internet. It's growing rapidly, and there's, however many millions of more Internet users a day, or whatever people say about it. There's a lot of sort of, heard it all before things that can be said about the Internet. But for you listening, what you need to realize is the Internet is the portal. The Internet allows you to be worldwide now. The Internet allows you to go that big now. Whereas you could be trying to share information with, let's say you have information you want to share with people. Let's say you have information you want to share with people about parenting, or about acne, or about adoption. Let's say you have obscure information. In fact, I was literally just on the phone yesterday with a friend from high school that I hadn't connected with in a while, and he's into this thing called steampunk, which is a group of people who are like Jules Verne. There's an author named Jules Verne who wrote a bunch of books about like the turn of the century and steam power, and there's a bunch of people that are decking out their houses with like sort of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea type of paraphernalia, and they're making replicas of outfits and guns and things from that era because it's nostalgic for them, and it just reminds them of a time in history that is more peaceful. I don't even know how to describe it. He tried to describe it to me, and I could barely understand it. But what you need to know is that steampunk is a movement. Steampunk is an entire group of people that are gathering and that are spending money, a lot of money, to get the materials and the knowledge and the books and all that to recreate these things. It's almost like a hobbyist type of thing, but it's crazy how into it these people are. And my point is that he could start, and I told him this yesterday. I said you could try to start a local thing about steampunking, but why not go worldwide? Why not? You could have a website up in a really, really short amount of time, and you could be worldwide with it. And that's what the Internet provides each and every one of us, is the opportunity to be committed to something or someone and get in front of those people on a mass level, going big rather than going small, playing a huge, huge game to help a lot of people rather than going small. And so that's what you guys got to understand, is big is easier than small. And believe me, we didn't realize it in the beginning. Jeff with his IT and his insurance job and all this kind of stuff, and me with my middle school teaching job in my box, until we broke free and started seeing what was possible on the Internet, and just how the Internet can explode not only your visibility but your results, and then therefore your financial results. That's when you realize, holy cow, there's something huge here, and it's possible to go big right now. You don't have to wait to go big. You don't have to play small anymore. And that's what you guys need to know. And I hope you took some notes on some of that. Pillar number 3. Jeff, you still live over there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here, buddy.
Good. I just want to make sure. If there's anything you want to jump in on, let me know. I'm going to keep moving.
Okay.
Okay, pillar number 3. This one's critical. And you're going to want to write this down as well, and then the notes that I'm about to mention. Leadership is your new checkbook. Leadership is your new checkbook. And I really, really want you guys to pay attention to this. In this society, people are always looking for leaders. And I just want you to consider, whenever you watch a news show or whenever you watch any kind of, some of you maybe watch Oprah, or you watch morning shows or The View, or, I know Jeff's a big View watcher. No, but it's always about experts. It's always about leaders. It's always about people standing up with some kind of expertise. And that's really what our society is based on. We are predisposed to following. from a very young age in school. Think about it. In school, what do? Starting in kindergarten and moving all the way on up through our schooling, there's always a leader of the classroom, and we're predisposed to being followers. But this is the thing you've got to understand. As soon as you make the choice to cross over from following to leading, and as soon as you stand up, the minute you stand up, people start to follow. The minute you stand up in any way, people start to follow. And by the way, it's not about being an expert. It's not about being, having a PhD or anything like that. It's not about that at all. It's just about standing up to lead. And what matters most to people in this day and age right now, what matters most is that you care, is that they know that you care. That's all that matters. And in fact, a lot of our students aren't even standing up as experts themselves. They're working with other people who are experts and taking their knowledge that we've trained them and how to get that expert out there. So it's not even about expertise. It's about the realization, the powerful realization that the minute you make the choice to stand up, the minute you have the courage to say, okay, I'm going to stand up in front of this group that I care about. I mean, think about this. Think about the two examples that we've seen, the Ken's Gout Cure and the puppy training example. All those people did was they cared enough to stand up and say, hey, listen, I had gout, and this is what I did, and this is what I used, and you should use it as well. That's all they did. Okay? Same thing with the puppy training example. I had a puppy. The puppy was going to the bathroom on the floor. The puppy was nipping at people. The puppy was barking incessantly. And this is what I did, and, consider doing it yourself. That's all those people did was stand up to lead. And guess what? That became their checkbook. They're literally writing themselves a check for tens of thousands of dollars a month simply because they stood up in a very, very simple way. And this is something you've really got to grasp, and go ahead and write this down as well. Your people have been waiting for you to show up. There is something you're passionate about. There's some group of people you're passionate about based on some experience you've had, whether it's in relationships or divorce or some kind of pain you've been through, or some kind of, maybe you have physical fitness and you're really in shape, or there's something in your life, or there's just something you can relate to in some way. And you would care enough to just stand up. Not even stand up and say, look at me, I'm the best, I'm the expert. Not even that, but just to stand up and say, hey, I know what you've been through, I am you, and here's something that you might want to consider, or here's something you should try. And those people will immediately start flocking to you just because you stood up. That is incredibly powerful. And when it goes back to that old adage, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And what I'm here to tell you is that caring is the seed for everything. That is incredibly, incredibly powerful. So that's pillar number 3. And finally, pillar number 4, go deep, not wide. Again, go deep and not wide. Well, what does that even mean? Write this down. There's a book that every single one of you should go out and get and read. And that book is called Tribes, Tribes, and the author is Seth Godin, Godin, G like Guy, O, D like David, I, N like Nancy. Seth Godin, and the book is called Tribes. Now, Seth Godin, for information marketers, Seth Godin is considered just a master. I call him marketing philosophy, master of marketing philosophy. That's who Seth Godin is. That's what Seth Godin is about. But the book Tribes is really, it's really about what we talked about at the beginning of this call, which is that business as we all know it has fundamentally changed, okay? No one wants their problem solved halfway anymore. No one wants their problem solved halfway. And this is what you guys need to understand. People want to join a movement towards something. They don't want to just buy another thing or buy another knickknack or have another course sit on their shelf or have another, ebook on their hard drive. They want to join a movement. They want to be a part of something that's bigger than they are, and that's exactly what the book Tribes is about, and that's what going deep is about with your customers, not wide. Most information marketers go after multiple niche markets, like they're planting dozens of plants or seeds over a wide area, but they're never really fully watering or nurturing any of them, so the roots can't grow deep. Well, this is what you need to know. Our students go deep into one market at a time, and they fully solve the problems or the wants of that market. And as a result, their income is exponentially higher. And that's exactly what Jeff and I did when we first started. We didn't try to go after, try to start multiple businesses in information marketing at one time. We each went after one niche market or one, we call them customer parades at a time. And the result is a whole lot more fruit. So if you think about these 4 pillars that we just talked about, fast is easier than slow. Remember, success likes speed, and anyone who tells you that it's not possible to make $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month or whatever, it's not because of experience, it's because of belief. Fast is easier than slow. Big is easier than small. Okay? It's easier to go worldwide than it is to go next door. And that's an amazing, amazing realization that every single one of you needs to have. Leadership is your new checkbook. That was pillar number 3. You can literally write your own check just by standing up. You can literally write your own check just by standing up. As soon as you stand up, in some way, in any way, people will follow. And it doesn't matter if you're an expert. All that matters is that you care. And the realization that your people are waiting for you to show up. And we're going to teach you exactly how to find out who your people are and where they spend the most money. And finally, pillar number 4, we just went through, go deep and not wide. Solve their problems all the way, not halfway, and watch what happens to your income. Now, the most powerful aspects of the ultimate business model are these. You finally get to choose a customer and a topic you're passionate about. I don't know about you, but when I first got involved in some of the things I got involved with, whether multi-level marketing or real estate, it was because of an idea that I had about the money it would make me or what it would bring me. It wasn't because I was truly passionate about the topic. Although for a time, I was definitely really, really, really passionate about real estate. And to a degree, I still am. I still have properties and whatnot. But the truth is that we evolve. And chances are that you're kind of hovering around a business right now that you've maybe lost passion for. And what information marketing provides you is the opportunity to get reacquainted with who your people really are, who your real customer is, the customer that you want to help in the biggest way possible. And then maybe that shifts, a few years down the road, and you say, gee, I'd really like to help this customer instead. Guess what? That's exactly what information marketing allows you to do, is choose the customer and the topic you're passionate about at any given time, and finally be in love with the business that you're in. Another thing is there are already rabid customers buying information right now, meaning there are customers right now that are actively buying information in droves. We talk about one thing we talk about online is traffic. I'll get to that in a second. But this traffic is full of these customers who are buying information hand over fist, and they're buying it right now. They want their problem solved right now, or they want their need fulfilled or their desire fulfilled right now. And that's a really, really powerful aspect of this business model. Traffic streams I just mentioned, they already exist and they're massively growing. And this is what you got to understand. Picture, picture in your house or in your apartment or wherever you may live, in your condo, whatever it may be, you turn on a faucet and you keep the faucet running all the time. Well, you would never do that because your water bill would be, through the roof. But that represents a stream of traffic that's going all the time. So we talk about, like, for example, gout. The Ken's Gout Cure example that we started off with, and some of the examples you're about to see. That traffic stream for people wanting a cure for gout or wanting relief from the pain of gout, that traffic stream is going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And it is never stopping. All you have to do is get into that traffic stream, and you're a part of it. And all you have to do is get into that traffic stream as some semblance of a leader, and you start to write your own checks. And that is the difference between what we teach and what a lot of people out there teach. A lot of people out there teach really nitpicky strategy for affiliate marketing or CPA or this or that. And don't get me wrong, those things are very, very effective, but those are tools that serve the bigger thing that we're talking about, which is people are looking to be led. And as soon as you get in front of that traffic stream or into that traffic stream, into that faucet's going. It's just waiting for you to put your finger in it. As soon as you get in there and you stand up as a leader in a real simple way, just like the Gout Cure example, just like the puppy example. Look at how simply they stood up. Real simple website, little few paragraphs, and a recommendation for a product. And if that's all you did, you can do the kinds of numbers those people are doing. Tens of thousands of dollars a month. And these traffic streams, that's the scary thing, they are growing. And again, you do not need to be an expert. You can simply connect an existing expert with their people. We have a student, Eileen Gordon, who's doing just that. She's taken the stuff that we've taught her about how to do this, and she's gone out. In her case, she found an expert on grant writing. This is a woman who she found who writes grants for school districts. The woman helps school districts find or secure or win grant money so that the school district can, buy a new computer lab or, put new equipment in their weight room or put new, get new stereo system or music equipment or whatever for their fine arts program, whatever it might be. Well, what Eileen's doing is she's connecting that expert with her people, with that expert's people. Remember I talked about your people are waiting for you to show up? Well, guess what? There are experts out there that don't know any of this that we're talking about, how powerful this is, and you are in a position where you can help the expert connect with their people in a partnership capacity. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. This is what the ultimate business model is about. But the greatest news of all is that it's easier than ever to build an information marketing empire than it's ever been before. Technology is the absolute cheapest it's ever been. You don't need to be a technical expert of any kind. I'm a techno-idiot. Okay, I'm a self-proclaimed techno-idiot. Jeff, I don't know if you're busy. If you can hear me, what's your famous joke for me? What I just learned how to do?
Yeah, you just learned how to copy and paste. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It was yesterday. By the way, how's it going over there?
It's going good, man. I'm rocking and rolling. Almost done.
Okay. I don't know. You getting done soon, or I don't know what you're doing?
Yeah, pretty quick here. It should be.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So so again, you don't need to be a technical expert of any kind to do this. Everyone is totally connected, and this is really powerful. Ideas spread at the speed of light. Think about Facebook, Twitter, MySpace. Think about just all the things that are out there that allow ideas to spread, and they can spread in the blink of an eye. And as soon as you stand up in front of your people and you get an idea out there and your people engage with it, it spreads like a wildfire. It spreads like a fire that just had diesel fuel thrown on it. And that's exactly, that's part of why it's easier to go worldwide than it is to stay local. That's something you guys got to understand. And finally, customers are sophisticated, and they will only spend serious money when they know someone actually cares about them. And this is one of the big I don't want to call it a secret because it's not a secret. It makes so much common sense. But what you got to understand is, in all of these niches and industries right now, a lot of the people who are standing up with things are standing up with a very kind of dehuman approach. They're not standing up and really, really saying, hey, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I care about you. I'm passionate about helping you solve whatever want or need or desire you have. And when you do that, and when you look at these four things, how cheap technology is, how you don't have to be an technical expert of any kind or have technical skill or knowledge of any kind, how everyone's totally connected, and how these customers are sophisticated and they want people to care about them. When you realize this, you realize that an information marketing empire represents the shortest distance between you, wherever you are right now, and wherever you want to get to financially, personally, even spiritually. It is for Jeff and myself and for our students, I can easily say it's one of the most gratifying businesses that I've ever been a part of, simply for that reason. Now, one thing we want to get to is some actual results, some actual personal and student results that people have had using this model. And so let's jump into some examples right now. Jeff, how are you doing, and can I tear you away just a little bit to...
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. You need me to stop the clock, and you still have some more stuff?
No, I got. While you're talking about a couple of these, I'll finish up the last couple of things I got to do, and then we'll stop it.
Okay. Let's start with Michelle Green.
Okay.
Michelle Green is a student who I initially got connected with, and her entire goal, she came to me, and this is somebody who's got amazing connections. This is somebody who's got connections to some big names out there. She's done some copywriting and some work for guys like Mike Filsaime. And when I got connected with her, and when she got connected with our methods, she was really concerned because she said, listen, I really, really love people who are getting started with internet marketing, but I just think it's too hard to tap into that. And she had tried some stuff locally, and what we did was we opened her eyes to what was possible with going big and all that. And what she did was she created this set of newbie videos, and you can see it right here on the page, and her picture's there, but then she's down at the bottom here, she's got these videos. And these are videos that she created to help internet newbies learn how to do some very, very basic things, which is what, her biggest frustration as a beginning internet marketer was how to do some really, really fundamental things. And so here she is on this wonderful Web Women site as a featured person, something she never thought she'd be standing up to do as a featured person, and she has a testimonial there and the whole 9 yards. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 videos, and this is just the tip of the iceberg for her. But it just goes to show what happens when somebody who didn't think they could stand up or thought, kind of viewed themselves as too small. What happens when you stand up? You get listed on a site like this, and she is now off to the races. So really, really excited for Michelle and what she's been able to do. And she is at a solid 5 figures a month and growing. And actually, she's at high 4, low 5s, and I think she's growing into like low to mid 5 figures a month. That's really, really exciting. Dean is another one. Dean Edelson is this guy's amazing. This guy started off as a really incredible, phenomenal real estate investor who specialized in negotiating short sales, and basically, and I joke with Dean because there's his picture's right there on the site, and he's I joke with him because a friend of his took that picture. A friend of his is a photographer for like Country Home and Garden, like a professional photographer, and I joke with him that he's nowhere near as attractive in person as he is in that picture. But anyway,
must be the lighting.
So yeah, he always appreciates that. But anyway, his whole thing was, gee, could I stand up in a really competitive field like real estate investing and turn my knowledge into something that people will want? And that's exactly what our methods helped him do. So he created this ironclad real estate site, and this is something Jeff teaches, and you guys will learn about. It's called splintering, which is where he took his knowledge and he splintered it or separated it into separate things that could each be sold. And so you see on the right-hand side, he's got how to build a $300,000 pre-foreclosure business, subject to contracts, which he's an expert on, lease and option contracts, and then he also created a short sale, an intensive short sale training, and now this is amazing. What's happened since, and this happened actually within just a few months of him really exploding with the stuff that we teach, he is now a speaker for some of the biggest names in real estate. He actually got tapped to speak for T. Harv Eker and some of the big trainings that are out there, and now he gets to do what he loves most. He loves being with people, so he gets to be in front of people, and he gets to teach people in person how to build their own short sale business, and he's happier than a clam in water. I mean, this guy, this is what happens. This is what we talk about. We say leadership is your new checkbook. As soon as you stand up, things start to happen, and the universe starts to give you exactly what you want. And the universe, and in his case, he wanted to, stand up and be in front of people. Now, you don't have to do that. You can do everything entirely online, but that's Dean. Now, Jeff, I don't know where you're at, but I know you got a couple examples that you want to show.
Yeah, let me just show those real quick.
Okay.
Let me talk about my good buddy Perry. Got a little picture of me and Perry here from an event. I tell you, man, we look like brothers. I used to have a goatee. I should grow my goatee and take a picture of me and him together because we totally look like brothers. It's hilarious.
Yeah, you do, actually.
But anyways, he has a site on China importing. China importing is a big business, but not a lot of people know how to do it, and not a lot of people know how to do it, with low risk, low exposure, and stuff like that. And Perry has this site called China Importing Secrets, and he makes well over $30,000 a month off of this one site. It's just amazing what he's done. And talk about a normal guy. I mean, this is a guy, I don't think he was a high school dropout, but I think he barely made it out of high school. Definitely did not go to college. And again, after high school, just tried a bazillion different things and had success at several of them. But apparently he gets bored real easy. So, he's tried a bunch of different things, and this is one of the ones he's had success with and decided to teach other people how he was successful in China importing. Another one that he did was hot dog carts. You could see the headline on the page. Who else wants a profitable hot dog cart business that makes $300, $1,500 a day? And so,
this, by the way, is a page that actually goes right along with exactly what we teach. It's amazing to me because of all things, it's about hot dog carts. Amazing.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, Perry just took, like I said, has tinkered in a bunch of different things and has had some pretty good success in each one. And actually, some of like the hot dog cart page was a bet. Someone bet him that he couldn't make money teaching people about how to have a hot dog cart business. They just thought that was so ludicrous. Obviously, they hadn't met Ken's gout cure. But anyways, they just thought that was so ludicrous, and clearly he proved them wrong. I know he does good 5 figures on this site, and again, it's just teaching people how to have a profitable hot dog cart business from the knowledge that he gained being a hot dog cart owner. And then And another thing too about Perry, regular guy. I was actually talking to him the other day. Ken and I had a conference call with him the other day. Couldn't stay on the call. This is a multi millionaire internet marketer. Now he is, and couldn't stay on the conference call with Ken and I because he had to go to a parent teacher conference with his kids. I mean, that's just how down to earth and regular all these guys are. Money.
Yeah, information marketers are real people, just like us. You know, put on their pants one leg at a time. You know?
Exactly. The only difference is I make gold records. I guess everybody's not seen that skit. But anyways, so here's another one. Great friend of mine, Darius Barazande. He's a tax attorney. I mean, talk about. I mean, you know, with all due respect to Darius, Ken. I mean, taxes and attorney, that's not like the most exciting information in the world, you know? A lot of us probably don't even want to know about it and stuff like that, but this guy has created $1 million business off of selling his knowledge, selling information on that he has acquired from being a real estate investor and a tax attorney. And I mean, he's helped a lot of people save money on taxes, structure their businesses correctly, not get sued by doing something not smart and not setting up their business correctly. I mean, this guy's helped a ton of people, and he's actually moving into the personal development world now, and it's just amazing what he's done. And I actually have a testimonial from. Oh, that reminds me, I had one other guy. Before I'll go back to Darius, that I found his testimonial. One of my clients, his name is Ted. He's from Florida. I just wanted to pass this on to you guys. This is what Ted said. He said, I implemented your free traffic tricks. He's talking about me. The morning after you trained on it, within a few hours, I increased the sales on my website over 400%, and it's been growing ever since. Thanks. And that's Ted Jay from Florida. And then Darius also sent in something, Ken, a while back. I wanted to read to everybody because I helped him with this site and helped him, you know, with his information marketing business stuff, the same kind of stuff, you know, we're going to teach you guys. And what he said was, your joint venture marketing, which is part of some of the techniques you'll learn in information marketing. Your joint venture marketing techniques have doubled my income in just 30 days. Thanks to you, we're on track to triple our info marketing income by the end of the year. Darius Barazande, Texas. So I just wanted to share that with everybody, some direct, you know, case studies and stories from our, you know, clients and friends and peers and stuff like that. Anything else you want to say about any of the examples, Ken?
No, I think that's great. And we can keep going here unless. So wait, what are you doing?
Actually, yeah. I want you to let me just do one thing right quick.
Okay.
Switch over here. All right, go ahead and stop the watch now. Stop.
Stop it? Okay.
Yeah, stop.
Okay, it stopped.
Okay, cool. So, do you want me to show you what I did right quick? This will just take a second.
Sure. I have no idea. Yeah, okay, cool. Do you want to know what the time says or no?
Yeah, what's the time say?
39 minutes. 39 minutes, 21 seconds.
That's cool. Okay, so this is what I did. This will just take a second. I know we got a couple other things really quick, and we're pushing an hour and stuff like that. So let me just go ahead and show you real quick what I did. So, you know, we showed Ken's gout cure, and we showed the puppy dog training one, and we said, you know, this is simple. They just put up a blog, and then they're redirecting to somebody else's product that they didn't even create, and they're making $30,000, $70,000, whatever a month. You know, we just kept talking about how simple. How fast do you want to do it, and things like that. So what I did, and I didn't tell you, and I literally thought of this as we were talking about those sites. I decided to go see how fast I could get something up like theirs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just show you right quick. All I did was, all right. So yeah, all I did was let me just bring this up here. And what I did was I'm going to create. This is a free place you can go create something like a WordPress blog, like Ken's. I'll show you guys Ken's. This is a WordPress blog. This is free to set up. Okay. I chose Hub Pages. The reason why I chose Hub Pages is because Google really loves Hub Pages. So if you want to talk about getting traffic from people typing in your your niche or your customer parade or your specialty in Google. HubPages is a really good free place that you can create something really quick. Now let me show you what I did. Remember on Ken's Gout site, all he did, and I'm showing you his again, is he told a story about his gout challenges and how he cured it from this product, cureyourgout.com. He put a link to that on his site, and it goes to cureyourgout.com, and every time someone clicks on that and goes to that site and buys something, he makes money, and he makes close to 30 grand or so a month on that. Well, that's all I did. I went to hubpages.com, I signed up, I wrote a quick little article about my challenges with acne when I was a teenager, and saying I wished I'd had a natural treatment like this. I went on Google and on Yahoo and searched for a natural acne treatment, and I found one. I found their affiliate program, which is the program that you have to sign up on to sell their product or to refer people to their product. I signed up with it, and we're going to show you guys all how to do all that kind of stuff. I signed up for that right quick, got a link from them, and then you'll see here on my hub page, I have 2 links. One behind the keyword phrase, how to get rid of acne, and the other one behind the keyword phrase, natural acne treatment.
And so you wrote this article while I was talking earlier?
Yeah, I mean, it's only like 4 or 5 paragraphs.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
really
just
short.
a few paragraphs long, right.
Yeah, and then if you click on one of these links, guess where it goes, Ken? This other guy,
the affiliate site.
Yeah, acne-free in 3 days. He's been on TV, blah, blah, blah. I didn't make this acne product. He did. I found this product in like 2 minutes earlier and got my link, wrote my little article, put the links in my article, click save, bam, I have a hub page up that anybody in the world right now can go see if they're interested in finding a natural acne treatment.
And that's just the start, because again, the way that we teach it is after you kind of, you could start out this way, but then eventually you'd want to be referring people to your own product about acne. Is that right?
Correct.
Exactly. So, wow. So this is what you were doing. This is really cool.
Yeah.
And that took, again, 39 minutes, 21 seconds.
Yep.
39 minutes, 21 seconds to do exactly what the Ken's Gout Cure and the puppy training examples were doing, and you did it free in less than 40 minutes.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So that is really cool, and it's a great idea, by the way. It just goes to show, this illustrates exactly, you guys, what I was talking about earlier, which is how much easier it is to go big than stay small. Now anyone in the world who's searching acne could theoretically find this, and of course, if Google likes hub pages, they'll start being able to find you when they search those terms. That's the idea, right, Jeff?
Right, exactly. Yep.
And how long does that usually take? Could take hours?
It just depends on, some other things that you can do, which we show you guys. But like I said, Google loves hub pages. So, I mean, it could be a matter of a few short hours that could be up there, and you can start getting, search engine traffic from that.
Wow, really, really cool demo. Really cool example. So, you guys, here's what there is to do. Think about your path to this point. Think about your path. Are you where you want to be financially right now? Has whatever business you're in, whatever it might be, has it provided a consistent income, or has it been what I call roller coaster income, just like it was for Jeff and I before we got involved with information marketing? Are you looking for an automated business model where you go to sleep every night knowing that you're bringing tremendous value to people who are paying you thousands every single month for the phenomenal information you're providing? If you are looking to create a value-driven automated information business like the ones we've shown you tonight, there are 2 ways to do it. The first way is to try and do it on your own. And to do that, you'd have to learn how to set up the web pages, find the right products, build the right products, find the audience, figure all that out on your own. The second way is to find experienced and committed teachers who have already done what you want to do, and then learn the exact steps to take to build your machine as fast as humanly possible. And that's exactly what we want to provide to a select group of people listening right now. Introducing the Info Renegade Alliance.
Yeah.
We are looking for a group of dedicated folks who want to build the exact type of information marketing machine you've seen showcased here tonight and build it for yourself. Your experience makes no difference to us. I want to make that really clear. What matters most is your commitment and your willingness to take action. Now, for those of you who want to get a head start in securing one of the spots that we're going to be offering tonight, you can go to www.inforenegadesystem.com. You can see it there on the screen, www.inforenegadesystem.com. We'll be showing the website again a little bit later, but those are for those who want to get a head start. Now, here's exactly what you're going to get as an Info Renegade Alliance member. First, you're going to get the Info Renegade Blueprint. This is the specific 6-step blueprint used by the top information marketers in the world to build renegade information marketing businesses at record speed. The blueprint is the thing that you're going to learn. The second thing you're going to get is the complete Info Renegade Build and Sell training system. Now, this is exactly how to set up your Info Renegade automated, including all of the following. Number one, the Info Renegade 5-page web model, the exact 5 pages you need to build your information marketing business starting immediately. Info Renegade product creation, how to create a top-selling product in 7 days or less. Info Renegade traffic generation, which is how to get traffic to literally swarm your website within 72 hours or less. Info Renegade joint venture income, how to triple your income using joint ventures with other website owners. And I can tell you, for me personally, that's exactly how I was able to go from starting out to generating over $5 million in revenue over the past handful of years with joint venture income. You're going to learn exactly how Jeff and I do joint ventures. Info Renegade affiliate income, how to create an invisible 24-hour sales force that will make you a small fortune. Think about it. Ken Gaukir, he is a single one-man Salesforce demolition team for the for the site that he's affiliate marketing for. And Jeff just showed you how to set that up in about 39 minutes. So affiliate income is going to be huge for you as well. We're also going to give you 12 comprehensive Info Renegade training lessons. This is huge. This is over 20 hours of specific step-by-step training on how to create massive revenue as an Info Renegade by itself. This training normally sells for $697. We're including all 12 of these training lessons free to those who purchase tonight. We also have an Info Renegade members-only website. This lets you interact with other members. You get your questions answered. There's extra training sessions that we offer and much more. And the biggest thing is, guys, you're not alone anymore. I don't know what you're used to buying, from other people, but we are about our members interacting, connecting with both us and one another. You are not alone anymore. We're including the members-only website as well. And finally, this is huge, and this is something we're going to include for those people who secure their spots tonight. We call it 60 Days to 10K. This is a special module we created that will teach you exactly how to generate a minimum of $10,000 over the next 60 days using the Info Renegade system, and we're going to want you to listen to this first. The information that's contained in this special module is priceless. We're including it for those people who secure their spots tonight, and I just want to make this clear. The goal is to give you every single tool you need to build an automated information marketing machine that's generating 4 to 5 figures per month within the next 90 days. That is what this is about. All the things you've seen showcased here, everything we've talked about, this is exactly what we're about, having you do for yourself within the next 90 days, that you can see that it's possible to generate the types of numbers that we've been talking about. Now, as far as cost is concerned, we are literally handing you a step-by-step system that you can implement immediately to build your own 6-figure information marketing business from scratch within 90 days or less. Between the nuts and bolts build and sell modules, the 20-plus hours of sequenced comprehensive lessons, and the direct interaction with other Info Renegades, you will literally have everything you need to begin making money with this immediately. As such, when we first started teaching people how to do this, we originally priced the system at one payment of $2,497. And we did this for one reason. We wanted people to get their Info Renegade machine built and get their entire investment back within 90 days. And in some cases, people have done it in 30 days or less. And I can also tell you, you simply will not find a more comprehensive training than this. And even if you did, it would not teach you exactly how to generate 4 to 5 figures per month immediately with your very first information marketing business, which is what we're all about. And it would also cost you a minimum of $5,000 to get anywhere close to the same knowledge and detail we are providing. In fact, the training you'll receive on how to immediately catapult your information business above the rest of your competition, that alone is worth over $10,000 in profit to your business within the next 90 days. So $2,497 is truly a bargain. However, for those people on the line right now who are most serious about implementing this, we're offering the training tonight in only one payment of $997. Again, just one payment of $997. And we'll talk in a moment how you can get it for free, but here's what I want you to know. There's several important reasons we're doing this.
Hey, Ken, why don't we give them the site one more time for those that want to go ahead and get a head start?
Let's give them the site. Again, www.inforenegadesystem.com, inforenegadesystem.com. Thank you for mentioning that, Jeff.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are wondering, hey, why are you guys giving this away for $997 when you used to sell it for a lot more? Here are the reasons. First, by not charging you $5,000 or more, you'll know that we are not interested in taking advantage of you, all right? So in our minds, this sets the precedent for a really good business relationship between us. Second, our bad luck is your good fortune, and here's what I mean by that. The original InfoRenegade system that sold for $2,497, it came with physical manuals, DVDs, CDs, and they were printed and sent to you in the mail. But we discovered that the cost was prohibitive for both us and our students. So instead, we created this online members area that I just mentioned a little bit ago, and you'll be able to access the stuff immediately, and you can download all the materials, including all the course modules, the lessons, the videos, the audio supplements. Everything's downloadable. So we're willing to pass along a full $1,500 in savings for those who register tonight by offering this at a reduced price of $997. And finally, if we invest in you now by offering this at a lower price, chances are really good that you're going to want to purchase future products and services from us to help you grow your business. We're all about each and every one of you growing a systematized and automated information marketing business as quickly as possible. So we have, two things that you may end up wanting to take advantage of in the future. We have an InfoRenegade web system, which I mentioned earlier as well. It's a totally automated web platform that includes every single function you'll need all in one place: web creation, autoresponder system, membership, billing, everything. And especially for those of you who, like me, who are not tech savvy, you may end up wanting to take advantage of that. And then again, we also have our InfoRenegade Platinum Done For You service. This is where we personally help you set up your InfoRenegade business as fast as possible, and then we personally get you launched out into the marketplace. So our thinking is, if we want people to invest in us, we need to invest in them first by giving far greater value than the dollars that you paid. And that's why we're offering this training system for just one payment of $997. No hype, no catches, no surprises. Again, the website is www.inforenegadesystem.com. We'll put it up on the screen here in a second. But we're also going to include something we want to tell you about. It's a 6-month, no bull, no risk guarantee. Download the complete system, secure your spot, and get immediate access to all the training materials. The blueprint, the build and sell modules, the training lessons, the members-only website, the 60 days to 10K module, okay? Go through the modules and the lessons. Do all the exercises. Build your InfoRenegade machine exactly the way we teach you to build it. If after 6 months you haven't made at least 3 times your investment back, show us you did everything we told you to do, and we will give you back every single penny you paid us. No questions asked. That's our 6-month, no bull, no risk guarantee, and we're going to go a step further than that. And we talked about this Jeff talked about this at the very beginning of the call, which is how to get the InfoRenegade system free. Very, very simple. And this is for every single person listening right now. Register your spot tonight. Dig into the materials. Minutes from now, you'll have access to the materials. Follow our exact steps to generate at least $5,000 to $10,000 with your own information marketing business. Send us documentation of your success. And by documentation, we mean just the web pages you're using, a picture of your merchant account that shows how much you've made. And by the way, if you don't know what a merchant account is, don't worry. We're going to teach you in the Build and Sell modules exactly how to set one up. And basically, that a merchant account sets it up so that when someone pays with a credit card, the money goes into your bank account within 48 hours. Zap, there it is. It's a beautiful thing. And also send us a photo of yourself and a testimonial in audio or video format, and give us written authorization to use it. If you do all those simple steps right there, we will refund every penny of your $997. That is how committed we are to your success and how much we stand behind the InfoRenegade system and the alliance that we're creating. Now, because of the price, the really low price, we're not just going to give this away to everyone. It wouldn't be fair to us, and it wouldn't be fair to those on this call who most want the opportunity. So here's what we're going to do. Jeff mentioned at the beginning there are several hundred people on the line. We've decided to offer the $997 price to the first 30 people who register. This means that we will only be accepting 30 people into the program from this call at the reduced price. We're not looking for volume. We're looking for quality, all right? People who are willing to take action to build this. So by taking the 30 people from this call who are most eager to learn it, we ensure that we don't overload the training and that the people who register are the ones who most want it. So, again, we're only taking 30 people from this webinar, and there's an incredibly valuable fast action bonus that we didn't mention yet for those 30 people who secure their spots from the webinar. You'll see that on the page. And again, let's go ahead and let's put the page back on the screen. It's www.inforenegadesystem.com. Go there now. I know my screen's been blinking. I know some spots have been taken. We'll figure out how many have been taken in a second. But here's what you need to know. Our system is tracking to see who the first 30 people are to get in at the reduced price, along with the special unannounced bonus listed on the website when you go there, with a 6-month no-risk guarantee and the free guarantee, which is the follow the simple steps, and you'll see that on the website as well. You follow the simple steps to get the course for free. We are taking all the risk. We really do want you to have the consistent, automated, and truly fulfilling business you've always wanted. So be sure to go to the website right now. Be one of the first 30 people. Again, www.inforenegadesystem.com. Please know that incomplete orders will be bumped out of the sequence. As soon as you register your spot, you will have immediate access to all the materials, including the InfoRenegade Blueprint, the 6-step blueprint that you're going to use to build your information marketing business, the complete Build and Sell training system, which is exactly how to build your InfoRenegade machine, your 5-page web model, product creation, traffic generation, joint venture and affiliate income, everything. The 12 comprehensive training lessons that are worth $697 that we're including for free for those 30 people who secure their spots. The members-only website, you'll have immediate access to that once you secure your spot. And finally, the special module that we created for you guys, 60 Days to 10K, which you should listen to first. It'll tell you exactly how to generate a minimum of $10,000 over the next 60 days using the InfoRenegade system. You're going to want to listen to that immediately. And don't forget the goal, to give you every single tool you need to build an automated information marketing machine that's generating 4 to 5 figures per month within the next 90 days or less. Jeff, I don't know how we're doing, but I know I can see on my screen some spots are taken. Has anyone texted you to tell you what the deal is right now?
Yeah, I was actually just trying to update that as you were just talking. Let me go ahead and put the updated up there. We've got about 16 spots left right now.
Okay, so about half the spots are gone.
Yeah.
16 spots remaining. Don't forget, with the guarantee, all those things are listed on the page there at InfoRenegadesystem.com. The 6-month, no risk, no bull guarantee, plus the opportunity for every single person, every single one of you can get this course for free. And believe me, you look at the examples that you've seen tonight. You look at the testimonials that you saw tonight. You look at the examples of InfoRenegades out there doing amazing things with things like internet marketing, real estate investing, China imports, hot dog carts, of all things. You look at the example that Jeff did earlier. He built that machine in 39 minutes, very similar to the gout and the puppy training machine. Literally, if you have an audience you care about, you can stand up in front of them and write your own check. And that's exactly, nothing will make us happier than to refund your $997 knowing that you went out there and took action, that you generated $5,000 to $10,000 or more for yourself, and that we're literally sending you the money back for the course that you paid for. Absolutely phenomenal. We're just excited by the prospects of doing that. So go ahead and secure your spot. Let us take all the risk. And again, with a 6-month, no questions, no risk guarantee, as long as you did what we told you to do, if within 6 months you haven't made 3 times your investment, let us know. We'll refund every penny. And what you guys need to know is we've never given a single, we never had to give a single penny back, other than the people with testimonials. We want you to succeed, and we're 100% committed to your success. And again, you are not alone anymore. I don't know what you're used to coming into this. You are not alone anymore. Jeff, do we have any questions? I know because you've been manning the. You're the tech guy, so I've been making you man the board. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, a couple really good ones, a couple quick ones. This one is from, let's go and answer these right quick. This one's from John. He says, what if you don't want to be a guru, just want to make, maybe a few thousand, maybe 5,000 to 10,000 extra dollars a month?
Really good question, John, and it's a tricky question to answer because this is the thing you guys got to realize. Well, number one, let me speak to the first part, which is the guru part. This is not about becoming a guru, but let me tell you something. That is certainly possible. Some of the Info Renegades we feature, we talked about Dean earlier. Dean is like the ultimate, unexpected guru. He was not expecting to be able to stand up in front of all of his real estate peers. But now he absolutely loves it, and it's one of those things that when you apply the strategies that we teach you that you're going to learn start learning minutes after you register, you have to realize that sometimes the universe will pull you where you're not expecting it. But do you have to be an expert or a guru? Absolutely not. We talked about Eileen Gordon, an Info Renegade, who's helping another expert get in front of her crowd. That's one way to do it. But I think the only other thing I want to say is you have to realize that you can say, hey, I want to limit my income, like I just want to make an extra 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever a month part time, and you can start off that way. But when you get in front of an audience who suddenly sees that you care about them, I don't care if it's for gout or puppy training or real estate or dating or divorce or adoption, whatever it is or steampunk, which is just crazy. Whatever it is that you're interested in, when you get in front of that audience and they know that you care, it's going to be hard. This is going to sound crazy, but it's going to be hard to limit your income. And you need to realize that you're only limited by how much you want to help people. But when you start helping people a lot and they start wanting more, and they're going to say, hey, will you do this, or will you do personal coaching, or will your expert that you're helping will they do personal coaching, whatever it is. It's just amazing to see how quickly things can grow. So can you use this to earn a little bit of money on the side? Yes. But just realize that after a while it's very hard to put a ceiling on it, and it starts to grow in ways that you didn't even imagine, and it's extremely fulfilling.
Hey, Ken, I got a really funny story about that, actually.
What's that?
Just really quick. When I did, we mentioned at the beginning in our results that I did a product launch and did really well with that. Well, funny thing is one of the reasons why I did that product launch is because I wanted to move away from another part of my business that I was doing. It wasn't that it wasn't working. I wanted to focus more on, something else, and that's why I did the product launch and stuff. The funny thing is after I did that product launch, all kinds of opportunities and all kinds of attraction and people and stuff were coming to me from that other business, from that other area. So it's so true in what you said. Here I was actually trying to, like you said, I was trying, not maybe necessarily trying to limit my income, but I was trying to to stop that and stop an immovable force almost. And I really couldn't help it. I mean, I did nothing other than I focused on my product launch, and I did that, and all these things just started coming out of left and right field in this other business area that I was actually trying to move away from. So I just wanted to share that real quick, that's exactly how it will probably happen.
And the other thing is, when you really care about a customer, there's nothing you won't do for them. So, whereas you may be in a business right now where you're going, gee, or maybe you're in a job or a business right now where you're saying, listen, I really want to move away from this, or I want to add something else to it. Once you start getting in front of customers that you really love and that you care about, and we're gonna teach you exactly how to find the right customers and figure out how they're spending money, and you're going to learn all that research. In fact, you're going to be learning it minutes from now because we start off there, although you should really listen to 60 Days to 10K. That's the very first thing you should do. But anyway, you're not going to want to limit, how much you care and how much you provide to your customers, and you'll be able to choose, where your income lands. But believe me, it'll probably grow faster than you ever thought your income could grow. My first time out of the gate standing up in front, worldwide on an information marketing stage was just on a real estate forum. And in the first 59 days, I made $12,600. We want you guys to dwarf that. There are things that we will teach you that I wish that Jeff and I wish we had known an inkling of when we first got started. And so just realize the sky's really the limit when you start getting in front of a crowd or a customer that you really, really care about. And it may be the first time ever. If you're like us, it'll be the first time ever where you can be in a business that allows you to get in front of the customer that you really love, that you get to choose for yourself. And we'll teach you exactly how to choose that customer, how to find them, and how to make sure it's the right customer for you. Jeff, how are we doing on spots?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, while you were doing that last thing, I got an update from Mitch, and putting this up. 1 second. Okay, there it is. 7 spots. 7 spots.
Okay, only
left
7
right
spots remaining.
Yep.
Of the 30 that we're taking tonight. So go ahead and secure your spot right now. InfoRenegadesystem.com. Don't forget about the 6-month no-risk guarantee, as well as the opportunity to get the course free. It's all on the page, and there's no catches, no surprises. We cannot wait for you to dig in and have massive success with this. We want nothing more than to turn you into a success story and be writing you an entire refund check for your course, and that's going to be really, really, really exciting for us to do. Jeff, we have maybe one more question, and then we can wrap down? Or
yeah, let's do this one more, because this is a good one. We kind of addressed it earlier, but maybe you want to say one more final thing about it, and then we'll close this down so everyone can go start building their business. This is from Sarah, and she's like, I don't have hardly any kind of technical knowledge at all. I almost have none, and I just want to make sure that I can start a business with that little bit of technical knowledge, or virtually no technical knowledge that I have.
Okay, let me just start off. Sarah, thank you for admitting. We joked about it earlier. I am a technical idiot, and here's what I want every single person listening right now. Maybe your job or whatever you've been doing has not had you be around computers very much. Maybe you're a little bit more seasoned, aka a little older, and you just haven't really been around computers very much, and you're just not totally comfortable with computers, and you can't even imagine what it would be to set up a website or anything like that. The demo that Jeff did earlier in about 39 minutes, 21 seconds, I think it was, where Jeff, you set up the hub page and all that, and the link and all that. This is what you guys need to know. A monkey could do that, number one, and number two, the way we teach you how to do this in the materials, and I shouldn't say we, I should say Jeff, because Jeff is not only a master technical person, he's a master at teaching non-technical people how to build all these simple things. There's really not that much to build, and as you're going to see, the entire Info Renegade system is based on a very simple 5-page web model, and that's literally 5 web pages. That's it. Now, will you end up building other pages? You may, but they're going to be very, very simple. But the core machine and the core ability for you to generate the kind of revenue we've been talking about comes down to 5 simple pages. And that's what we boiled it down to. And Jeff, we go through all those 5 pages, but not only that, Jeff teaches you in simple terms how to do a simple video like you've probably seen on websites, how to add audio simply to your website, how to know how to handle a little bit of code, a little bit of website code. But for the most part, everything you're going to be doing is, if you can type a letter to somebody on a computer or you can send an email to somebody, that's exactly how Jeff teaches you how to do it in these modules, and especially in the build and sell modules. And so I want to assure all of you non-tech people, because I'm over there right with you. I am not a tech person at all. And I want to assure all of you that you don't need any kind of extreme technical knowledge, and at most you need base technical knowledge. As long as if you can open Microsoft Word and type a Word document, or if you can get into your email and type it, or if you can do a simple text document, you can build an InfoRenegade business in record time, the same way that a total IT tech person can do. And that's just what I want to say, because I just believe it with all my heart, and I've seen what our students have done with what we've taught them, and specifically, Jeff, what you've taught them. And so I don't know what you have to say about it, but for me, don't let any lack of technical knowledge get in your way from getting this and getting a business that you love and getting in front of a customer that you love, because the truth is your customers could care less how tech savvy you are. They just want to know that you care about them. Anything to add, Jeff?
No, not really. Just there are a couple areas in there where if you just absolutely want to, I show you very, 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 it's ridiculous. Ken was talking about how accessible the technology is and how cheap it is. Well, let me tell you how cheap it is to get somebody else to do the work for you. So even if you can't, for some reason you just can't do a Word document or send an email, if you can talk into a phone and tell somebody how you want something to look, I do also show you ways to get somebody else to do it for you. So literally, I've got it set up to where you have no excuse at all whatsoever to create these pages and to start making InfoRenegade money ASAP.
Excellent. So with that, let me say a couple closing things, and we'll get going. I know there's literally just a few spots left. I don't know if we have the exact number, but I know at last count, what was there, 7? At last count, 7 spots left. So anyway, be sure to secure one of the last few spots before they're gone, since the system will not let you place an order once the 30 spots are filled. That's really, really critical. The system will not let you place an order once the 30 spots are filled. With that, I'd just like to take the first opportunity, and Jeff, I'll let you close it. We would just want to thank everybody for being on this call. Again, whatever time away from your family or whatever you had going to be here, we just acknowledge you for being here. We cannot wait to work with you guys. And for those of you who ordered, you'll get immediate access to the training materials within minutes. In fact, I have my screen open in the members area, and I can see the new members who have already ordered are coming in and starting to dig into the 60 days to 10K special module, and I can see some people going into build and sell, and I can see some people in lessons. That's really, really exciting. So again, for those who haven't ordered yet, secure your spot. Don't forget we have the 6-month guarantee and the Get the Course Free guarantee, all of which are printed there on the page, InfoRenegadeSystem.com. Immediate access to the training materials and our commitment to your success, and just really, really excited. If you successfully placed an order on our secure system, and for some reason there's a problem getting in there or whatever, make sure that you send us an email to support@InfoRenegades.com. That's InfoRenegades with an S.com. Again, support@InfoRenegades, plural.com, and include your first name and your last name and your email address and your phone number. The email address that you registered with, very important. But it looks like everyone's getting in there just great and starting to build their business right away, which is really exciting. So, Jeff, anything you want to say in closing?
Okay, great. Well, again, I want to second what you said. Just thank everybody for taking their valuable evening time to spend it with us. We definitely appreciate it and don't take it for granted. And again, just to those of you that have joined, I just want to welcome you to our family. It is a family. When you get in there, if you go to the discussion forum, you'll see everybody supporting each other. You'll see that you are not alone, as Ken was describing earlier in the webinar. So I want to welcome you to our family, and we're just really looking forward to working with you and helping you generate the Info Renegade income, and not only the Info Renegade income, but just the Info Renegade lifestyle that goes with that. So with that, I want to thank you, Ken, my good friend, good buddy, fellow co-creator of Info Renegades. Appreciate you as always. Great information tonight that you gave everyone. And everybody have a great night, and we will both see you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye.
We'll see you all in the members area. Bye-bye.